Welcome to Ben Alexander Eats of the Week. Happy holidays, everybody. So on that note, for Christmas, I had brunch. So basically, I had a cinnamon roll casserole and hash browns. And we always do brunch for Christmas, and it doesn't disappoint once again, as I made sure all the ingredients were friendly to my dairy allergy. And for snack, I had popcorn. So my family was watching a movie called The Big Fat Greek Wedding Free, or Big Fat Greek Wedding, yeah, free. It's a movie. And they made some popcorn, so it was like, well, I'll eat some popcorn. So they made it to my allergies, so I was like, okay, that's good. And then for dinner, I had pizza bread and brownies that my grandma made. Whether it is Christmas or Thanksgiving, my family always makes pizza bread. So basically, you could grab a loaf from your local grocery store, some pizza sauce and toppings, put it in the oven, and you will have a good dinner that you can grab according to your allergies or meal. So, yeah. So Tuesday, 12/26. So for lunch, I had the leftover cinnamon roll casserole from yesterday. I had raisins and ginger snaps as well, and got to enjoy a great meal before I went and headed off to work. It was definitely a sweet meal, and I love sweet meals, especially with cinnamon roll casserole, raisins. Well, raisins weren't as sweet, but definitely the ginger snaps were sweet as well. And for dinner, I had Arby's. So I had chicken nuggets, crinkle fries, and an apple turnover. And I really always enjoy Arby's and their delicious food. It really never disappoints for me. Plus, Arby's gives me a dairy-free dessert, which I have zero complaints about. So, on Wednesday, 12/27, for lunch, I had Skyline Sloppy Joe sandwiches. So, it was kind of a leftover night. So, my job's from 1 to 10, 1 in the afternoon, 10 at night. So, I really don't get to eat dinner with my family. So, they're like, well, you can have dinner. You can have this for lunch, their dinner for lunch the next day. So, I ended up eating their leftovers, and again, it was pretty good. So, yeah. And for dinner, I had Burger King. So I got a Bacon King and a large French fry. And I really enjoyed a nice meal while I was on my dinner break at work. So, on Thursday, 12/28, I had a beef and bean burrito. So it was kind of another lunch that was quick. I didn't eat a whole lot, but it did the job, and I was able to eat good food. And dinner. So I had a healthy choice chicken stir-fry meal, crispy crown potatoes, and a Hostess apple pie. And the rationale is it is a really cheap dairy-free meal that is healthy and not healthy at the same time. So it was pretty balanced in my definition of what a balanced meal is. So basically it is some junk food, some healthy food. That's what I would consider a balanced meal. And honestly, that's kind of the goal I want, is like, obviously, I understand eating fruits and vegetables are important, but also I do enjoy sweets, so try to get the best of both worlds. So, yeah. And for snack, I had Der Dutchman chocolate crinkle cookies. And it is a dairy-free dessert that I just couldn't pass up. And for lunch on 12/29, I had Culver's chicken strips and fries, and it had some of the chocolate chocolate crinkle cookies from Der Dutchman, which is an Amish place in Plain City, Ohio. They have locations. I think they have one in Sarasota, Florida. They have locations throughout Ohio and Florida, so it's a good place. And I'll have to do a restaurant review on it at some point. You know, it's really good. They make their cookies dairy-free, and personally, I like them a lot. And for snack, I had IKEA cinnamon buns. So IKEA is an interesting place. Like, you would think of it as a furniture store, but they have a market, they have a restaurant. Like, it is completely interesting just to find it out. But we were waiting in line to check out because it's a busy place. So I ended up looking. I was like, telling my mom, I was like, hey, these things actually don't have dairy in it. I'm shocked. She's like, go buy it, and we went back through the line and all that stuff, and they helped us, and they were pretty good, so I was able to get that. So yeah, it was pretty good. And I also had dinner at IKEA, Swedish meatballs, fries, a jelly type thing. So it might be cranberries. My mom thought it was cranberries because I thought it was honestly a jelly, but I don't know. And peas. So I know IKEA is a furniture store, like I said, but it really does have good food. And I will, like their Dutchman, I will have to do another allergy and restaurant review. And that is why it's important to make sure you're following, subscribing, watching, listening to all the platforms I'm on. So I think that's important just to make sure you're connected with me so you don't miss a thing. And on Saturday, 12:30 for lunch, I had beef and bean burritos and chocolate crinkle cookies. And I really enjoyed this meal. Plus, it is a quick lunch as well. And for dinner, so Asian Cafe. It's like a buffet style in Marysville, Ohio. So plate one, I got fried rice, frog legs, sweet and sour chicken, green beans, and potatoes. And plate two, I had a Jell-O and fortune cookie. So that's pretty good as well. That's my go-to when I go to buffets, and it serves good food, doesn't give me allergic reaction, and it sounds like a great deal to me. And on Sunday, 12:31, New Year's Eve. So for breakfast, I had strawberry milkshake Pop-Tarts. So it was a quick breakfast for the morning because I got up earlier to help out at my local church. And for lunch, I had China Walk and brownies. So the rationale is I had similar food that I did last night at our local Chinese place, which basically that Chinese place has the same owners, I believe. That's what my parents have told me. So the same owners that own Asian Cafe own China Walk. And I could honestly see it because it's like they have the exact same food. I mean, there might be a little bit of differences between menu items at the places, but a lot of the menu items are extremely similar. And they taste pretty similar as well, which is good thing. So I didn't really expect to have Chinese food, but again, I can't complain when Chinese food's an option because the sweet and sour chicken, fried rice, beef and broccoli are always good and really cannot complain about it. And I mean, I ate some of my grandma's brownies as well, and as they say, you cannot complain about grandma's cooking. And for dinner, we had homemade pizza. So my mom made homemade pizza. I also had potato chips and a Skinny Pop hot cocoa popcorn, which is a limited edition. So my mom made a homemade pizza using rose rolls as the crust. It was pretty good as she tried making this type of pizza for the very first time, and I couldn't complain. Plus, the potato chips and the hot cocoa popcorn make it even better. Thank you so much for watching, reading, listening to my content. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all your support, and Happy New Year. And I hope you will have a great 2024. And I will definitely be upping my content game in 2024. And I will be delivering better content to you guys because you deserve it. Because, I want to make the best content possible because I believe in the mission of getting people aware of what an allergy really is, a food allergy is like. And plus, I think you'll learn something as well, and you could probably know which restaurants to try, which restaurants to avoid, and also for the restaurants, it's like I can help you out, I can give you tips, It's a win-win for everybody, I believe, and that's kind of what I built my business on, and I will hope you will consider following, subscribing, and sharing my content so my mission can... And our mission can be fulfilled. Thank you